Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever you may be. I am Mezzo9, and welcome to my mezzanine. Today we are back in my Magiquarry, and before I get into it, I wanted to respond to a comment from a couple of episodes ago. Ollie HD, whose channel I've checked out, and it's actually pretty good. Go and take a look if you want. It's a good idea. You can get there from the comment a couple of episodes ago. Ollie HD said something about the audio quality, and that is because I'm using a cheap borrowed microphone, but don't worry, I did get paid this morning and used some of the money to buy myself a new headset on eBay. That'll be here in a couple of days hopefully, and from then on the audio quality will hopefully be better. He also mentioned the aspect ratio on that video, and there was some issues with that because I stupidly resized the video before I started. Now what am I doing? So yeah, thank you for your comment, Ollie HD, and thank you for showing me to your channel as well. That's pretty good. Needs more fans. Deserves more fans as well. Now, last episode, I did finish building my crafting altar. I nearly called it a casting altar again. And I did say that I was going to start building my first spell today, but I've done some reading since then and learnt that I need more than I have. I need something called a Nexus. In fact, I need a couple of them. I'll explain why I'm grabbing this stuff in a moment. I need a couple of Nexum? I don't know. I need a couple of them in order to charge the casting altars. So I'll be getting on to finishing them off. I did start building them in between episodes as well because they're pretty simple and pretty easy to show you, and it would be quicker to just finish them off in front of you. So I've got them prepared for later in the episode, but first I want to show you some Thaumcraft alchemy. So here is my Crucible, and that's the stuff that I was grabbing a moment ago. That's all the stuff that I need for this alchemy. Let's get the right items in my inventory. Basically what alchemy does is it melts down the blocks or items that you put in the Crucible to create liquid aspect in a way. You can check the aspects involved in a block just by holding shift on it. And you need the right quantities of the right aspects to make things in the Crucible, plus the catalyst which you chuck in on top and it comes out as what you need. For example, and I'll show you this in a moment, to create niter you need 3 ignis, 3 lux and 3 potentia, which are all aspects involved, and then you need 1 glowstone dust for the catalyst. So I've got enough here in my hotbar to make 2 of them. You also need to light the Crucible and wait for the water to boil before you can start. So 3 coal and 6 torches will give me enough of the aspects in the cauldron to make 2 niter. But if I put too much in, the cauldron's gonna... Crucible, not cauldron. The Crucible is going to overflow, and I'm going to lose some stuff and spill some... flux, is it called? I think it's called flux. I'll spill that all over the floor and ceiling, and that's a nightmare to clean up. I don't think it does any real harm anymore, though. It did in older versions of Thaumcraft. So, let's just chuck a little... The fire went out. I was talking for too long, and the wood all burnt. So let's go grab some netherrack and stick that there instead. I only need the 1, really. And back down we go. So, niter, the thing that I'm making, is a Thaumcraft light source. And I love it. It's really aesthetically pleasing, and it's brighter than torches as well. So I think it's a pretty good one to be going for. That'll knock that out. Brilliant. So let's light that again. Because I've used netherrack now, it'll not ever go out. So just wait for it to boil, and then I'm only going to chuck in enough to make 1 for the moment because I don't want it to overflow. And out comes the niter, and then I'll just chuck the rest of it in. You can see that the water level's gone down a bit as well, and that happens as you make it. And more niter. And because the crucible's empty now, I shouldn't leave it lit, because it can boil over, I think. I might be wrong on that, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, the other thing I want to do is show you what happens if you leave stuff in there. I've got the ingredients here to make some thaumium, which is a Thaumcraft metal, but I've also got, you can't get praecantatio on its own very easily, so there's also going to be some arbor in there, the wood one, which I don't need, and is going to be left in there when I'm done. I actually need to drop all of this in to make the amount of thaumium that I want, and that's going to overflow in a nasty way. But I've got to show you it. But it should tell me the aspects that are in the crucible. Actually, I thought it should do that naturally anyway. Oh well. I guess I'm just going to have to play this by ear. But I know that I've got the exact right amounts of material for this. Oh, here goes the overflow. Yeah. So that's overflown, and we've got a bit of purple stuff up here, which is probably full of praecantatio, which is why I didn't make that last ingot. I'm going to put that out for a minute then. And it's just floating up there, uselessly. It'll get in the way. I can build stuff through it actually, but it will get in the way. And it'll happen quite often, if you make mistakes like that quite often. And just generally be nasty. Now, when I light this again, because I've left some stuff in there, and I can't actually see what I've left in there, quite a bit of stuff in this instance though, when I light it again, that's going to boil up and overflow and dissolve into the atmosphere, and do the same sort of nasty things. Right, because I'm playing this by ear, this is going to be a little dangerous. I'm going to just chuck a load of this in, let it evaporate. Oh, here comes some liquid. Yep. This is probably one of the toughest parts of alchemy, just keeping clean around yourself. Right, come on. Seriously? There we go. Let's hope this makes it. It did not. Ow. I know better than that. Come on, Mares. Can I just take water out of it? Does that work? No, it does not. Okay. I'm going to leave that for a minute, because I do need to boil that down. And I'm going to show you the Nexuseseses. What these do, these are an Ars Magica thing. Oh, actually, first I'm going to talk to you about this item in my hand. It's a Tinker's Construct item. Like the others I've been using. It's called a chisel. And see these blocks here? And these blocks up here? And these chiseled stone bricks here? They are made... I made them with the chisel. I'll actually show you a bit of that. Not in this floor. Oh, I did learn that my crafting altar that I made would be too powerful for the spell that I made. I read that. So I've made a weaker one in here as well. Exactly the same recipe, but I've used wood instead of bricks and glass instead of iron. That's actually the weakest version of it that you can make, and that's quite a medium variety. So these are the basic layouts for my Nexuseseses. This is a light Nexus, and I'm just going to cap it off with gold here. These are bronze, and it's just a 5x5 grid. Gold block caps. You can also use glass, diamond, or moonstone for it. Glass would have made it a little too weak for me. Moonstone would have made it only work at night, although in this case it only works at day, but I can make it instantly turn to day. I can't make it instantly turn to night. So, yeah. And diamond, well, that's just expensive. I'm not going to get that much diamond. I mean, 4 blocks of it, that's 36 diamonds. Bloody heck. Now this one in here is an essence nexus. They're more powerful, but the light nexus has some beneficial effects that I don't understand yet, apparently. And this is also a little harder to build because it takes a fuel source, whereas the other one just draws it in from the environment. The fuel it takes is liquid essence, which I've got a river of flowing here. According to the book, it should detect the flowing blocks and use them to search for static blocks that it'll then take in. I don't know how it works really, but I've got this flowing right down to a big pool of it I've got underground. And this also needs to be capped off, so I'm just going to do that with my chisel. It needs to be capped off with chiselled stone bricks like that. And all I need to do here is right click on it. And I will point out here that I've been saying left click in a lot of previous episodes when I meant right click. I'm going to try not to do that in the future because that's a little embarrassing, but hey. So that's made them into chiselled stone. You can make that the chisel to do that. I've called it shapeshift. You can make that in any Tinker's Construct tool bench. Right, let's clear this up. Taint poisoning, never pleasant. It's left the notification up there even though I'm not poisoned anymore. So the water level doesn't seem to have actually gone down on this, and I still can't see what's in it. I think I'm going to have to research the goggles of revealing before I do any more alchemy, which is really annoying because I'm one thaumium short of making a thaumium chestplate. Let's give this another little try before I just move on. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to sort it out in between episodes and have my new chestplate for when I come back. Okay, I got tired of waiting and I just broke the cauldron and replaced it. Crucible, I keep doing that. And what it did was just poured out all of this mess down here and a little bit more that I cleaned up to make a pathway back up to it. So I'm just going to fill it up again. I need to clean that up actually before I can light it. And it doesn't seem to be letting me. There we go. Light it up. And then once it starts to boil, I can just chuck this lot in and get my last piece of thaumium. There we go. Thaumium! Turn that off. Actually, I should leave that on because I want to boil out that arbor. It's the only way to get it out of the crucible, and what it will do, I wanted to be able to show you, but I can't see the aspects in there for some reason. What it will do is just split them down into the component aspects and kind of split them down until they get to the primal aspects, and then they just evaporate off. So here we go. Same as any vanilla recipe. You can make anything out of thaumium, really. Anything you'd be able to make on vanilla, I think. Perhaps it's not quite anything, but I'm not sure. And that's given me a nice purple chest plate. It's got the same durability as iron, same resistance as iron, but it holds enchantments better. It can also be upgraded. Some thaumium armour can also be upgraded to special Thaumcraft stuff. So, I didn't actually finish my Nexuseseses. So I've set up a room full of crafting stations down here, so I can just leave the recipes ready to show you, and in this one, I have the chalk that I need to finish off my Nexuses. Is. So there's the white chalk, and it's the same recipe for the blue chalk, just with a different... I thought it was the same recipe. Have I gotten it wrong? Well, there's the white chalk anyway, I'll check that out. I'll check that out now quickly. Clay. Vitium dust, not arcane ash. God, this is going to take some hefty cutting. The arcane ash I made earlier, by the way, it was actually pretty complicated. I'm probably going to want to show you how to do that again. It took me some time to figure it out. There wasn't a recipe in the arcane compendium, so I had to, you know, figure it out. I had to use the NEI, not enough items, to look it up. Right, so I've got my chalk, and here is my light nexus, or will be in a moment, and I think I just need to do that, and it looks like it's working. Now, I still don't know how this works, so I'm just going to build the other one, and then figure that out for next time. And in goes the blue chalk, and hopefully it should start draining from there. It's not got the sort of animation that's going on the other one. Have I done something wrong? Seriously? So, that should be working, right? Or do I need to take a look down here and see if there's something going wrong? Is it just not draining any of this? What if I bring some of it nearer? This might take a while. Oh, I'm there. Okay, brilliant. Let's just stick this one here-ish? No, not there. There. Now is it going to pick up on that and harvest it? Am I in the right spot? How do I get back out from here? Do I have to go all the way back down again and then walk up the stairs? Oh no, I should be able to see it from here. Why is that not working? It's coming up with a meter thing at the top, but it's being hidden. Oh well, I think I'm just going to have to leave it there. Well, I've got this one working, and I haven't figured out how to get this one working. It's not working, and I'm not sure why. If you have any ideas on that, please let me know in the comments section. I do want to get some comments that I can respond to, like I did at the start of this episode. So please, tell me your thoughts. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. By that time, I hope I've gotten this working. Like, subscribe, drop me a comment. Bye! I just recrafted and replaced the chalk, and all of a sudden it seems to be actually doing something. There are weird particles at the very least. Not as many as I was expecting from watching the other one, but they're there. See if it's done anything down here. Yep, that block's gone. No, it hasn't. What am I talking about? Just out of my arse in general, that's what I'm talking about. Is it really actually working, or was I imagining that? There's particles.